Roxanne and Raquel lost their women's tag team titles. There's been times where you've been with them at ringside and been able to, lend a helping hand when needed, as a good friend would do. But what do you think about that? Do you see them winning the titles back?
I mean, I hope they win the titles back for you know for Roxanne's case, right? Because at the end of the day, she just lost a title that wasn't hers,
Oh Lord.
right? Right? So like, you're trying to get on Liv's good side, my Juanita's good side, and you lose her title.
Dude, she was gotta lose it regardless, so what the fuck are you on, bro?
Like Liv was not happy about that.
Dude, she don't care.
So I think he definitely needs to make up for it, or I don't know, win the women's world heavyweight championship and hand it to Liv when she comes back. I don't
What? What?
know. Roxanne just needs to make up for it.
So from what I'm hearing, you and Liv are on very good terms as of right now as she's recovering.
Great terms. I talk to her almost, every day. She takes us right before SummerSlam. We're like this.
What if some other little cute thing were to come along and try to pull the same thing? Like, God forbid you end up, away for, you have to go shoot a movie or something. And you're gone for 6 weeks. No.
Dominic and I are like this.
Damn, Liv, he tried to warn you though.
Man, look, I call it as it is. He's in denial. I mean, look, if y'all find this as a distraction, then y'all just too easily distracted. All right. We know Dominic Mysterio is stuck at that place where he feels like he has to be loyal to Liv because of his, because of the fan base that they created, but not himself. Dom, the only reason why Liv Morgan is holding you down is because you haven't switched up yet. All right. And at some point, you're going to want to move on from Liv Morgan. All right. Because you have a promising career going solo, and you're telling me that you still want to be loyal to her when you have an opportunity to be great. Okay. People are cheering for you now. They're allowing you to speak now. Now, I don't know about Raw and SmackDown. It hasn't been tested yet, but hopefully that they will keep the same energy like he did when he was in New Jersey cutting a promo with AJ Styles at SummerSlam. So hopefully they can keep the same energy. But however, I don't think they're going to keep the same energy if you stick with Liv Morgan. It's just how I look at it. But hopefully Dom will see the light. But as for Roxanne goes, Roxanne don't owe Liv Morgan nothing, okay? Especially if she wins the women's world title. Now, the tag team titles, I don't know. But I do know this. If I ever see Liv Morgan demand a title back to the Judgment Day by demanding Roxanne gives her the gold, at that point, I do not see her as babyface. I still see her as heel. But you guys will probably look at her like she's babyface because of the crowd. But that's where we have to call her a tweener. Because if she is assigned to be a babyface and the crowd is cheering for her, but her ways hasn't changed, then that lets me know that she's a tweener like Seth Rollins. So hopefully I could be wrong, and hope that she has a change of heart and decide that she want to go after gold instead of the boy. And then hopefully, we can have a restart of her career where it's no longer about the Judgment Day. It's about creating legacy, right? Her winning WrestleMania, maybe her winning Elimination Chamber. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she could be 2-time Money in the Bank. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully she could be, 2-time Women's World Champion. You know what I mean? 2-time WWE Women's Champion. You know what I mean? So hopefully that could be the case. Maybe she can go to SmackDown after all this, like after the beef, she can go to SmackDown and face Tiffany Stratton. Like I said, I mean, there's no shame. I mean, she can go to a different brand. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people say she should stay on Raw, but I'm like, what? Because of Netflix? I mean, okay, cool. But without her, people still going to be checking for Rhea. They're going to still be checking for Stephanie. They still going to be checking for Io Sky. And they still going to be checking for, pretty much anybody that's a top star. And the top star is Rhea. So, now some people think that Rhea should go to SmackDown. I don't know about that. I mean, I listen, y'all can comment down below. Let me know. I don't know. Because SmackDown's been sucking lately. Sucking dick. Sucking ass. licking ass. and unfortunately, nobody's tuning in to SmackDown like that. And I hope they don't shut down SmackDown. I'm praying they don't shut it down. But if they do shut it down due to low numbers, hey, you got nobody to blame but Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Road Dogg allegedly. So, like I said, hopefully Liv Morgan will come back as as her old self. But even if she come back as her old self, that's still not going to separate the character from the person. Okay, the character might be bubbly, but the person might not be. So she might still be stuck up. She might still be a pothead. She might still think, she's better than everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, she might still be at that place, man. And, again, I don't know her personally, but I'm just saying, if the character don't match up to the person, then you already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I was hearing rumors about Sheldon Cooper. You remember the TV show with The Big Bang Theory? People said that, Shelton, the character Shelton, he's smart and intelligent and highly educated, but Jim, the real person, is not. But do you kind of wonder how does he talk so fast and come up with all these synonyms when he speaks? Well, that's what happens when you separate the character from the person. You know what I mean? Like, people was hating on Hulk Hogan, saying that, oh yeah, Hulk Hogan, the character is cool, but the person is trash. You know what I mean? The person is allegedly racist. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm saying allegedly is because I don't believe that he's racist. Yeah, he says some racist things, but I don't think he's racist. I just think he had, he was frustrated about, a certain situation that was going on with his daughter's relationship, her past boyfriends and whatnot. And, he was frustrated and he took it out on him. And unfortunately, because he's black, he just, mentioned, the N-word and all that. So, again, he did apologize, but people don't want to hear that. So it is what it is. But I'm just using him as an example, like you separate the character from the person, you know what I'm saying? So again, I hope that Liv Morgan is a good person when you meet her, but if she's not, then we got to call it out because some people got different experiences with Liv Morgan. When you meet Rhea, she's cool, right? Demi and Rhea is cool, right? But when you meet Liv or Gianna Daddy, it's a very different tune. You got to figure it out. So anybody that had an experience with Liv Morgan, comment down below. Have you ever had an experience where you have met Liv Morgan in person? And what side did you see? Did you see Liv Morgan or did you see Gianna Daddy-O? Y'all comment down below and let me know. But if you haven't met Liv Morgan, then we can't speak on that. But, again, some people going to think that, oh, yeah, I think she's a good person. No, you got to meet her, okay? I can't talk about somebody that I haven't met, all right? But the only reason why I'm speaking about it is because I'm speaking about the storyline and I'm speaking about the character, okay? The person, I don't know, all right? But I can speak about the character. So here's what I'm trying to get at. So Dom has an opportunity to get to where he needs in order for him to succeed. And in order for that to happen, he has to go solo. Same with Liv Morgan. She has to go solo. Finn Balor has to go solo, right? And Raquel and Roxanne, if they want to be a tag team, that's cool. But I would prefer if Raquel, still get some single title shots along with Roxanne, you know what I mean? But I think both of them should get single title shots. And I want them to be babyface, but, they won't allow them to because they're not over with the crowd. But hopefully down the road they will, you know what I'm saying? And to the point where they'll go back to being babyface. And then finally we can get the crowd to side with them, even though they're siding with them outside of work. But, at work, they're not really caring too much for them like that. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I still think that Finn and Liv Morgan should get kicked out of the group and JD should be released or he should go back to NXT or do something. You know what I mean? Because he shouldn't be in the group if Carlito is not around. I mean, Carlito and JD are like the supporting roles in the group and you're just going to keep one, but you're not going to keep the other one? Nah. So we got to keep that shit even. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of JD, and that way we can have a beef where it's mainly just Finn and Dom, And, Liv Morgan has to choose. It's either she side with Finn and, get rid of Dom, or, she side with Dom and be a jobber. You know what I'm saying? So, again, you want to be babyface, but you hanging with a heel. So, if again, Dom is never going to be babyface as long as he's still dissing his dad. So, that's just clear as day. Hopefully we'll see some changes next year. But, yeah, they said that Liv Morgan won't be back until early 2026. But I'm hoping they mean like the Royal Rumble. Because like I said, if she come back in the Royal Rumble, Saudi Arabia going to go crazy. I already know. They're going to treat that bitch like Italy. So get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you know. What do you guys think, man? Do you guys think we're going to see change next year? Or do you think things are going to stay the same? I know some people going to comment and say, yeah, she's going to win the Royal Rumble and she's going to win the Women's World title from Roxanne. And, Dom's going to help her. And it's like, listen, man, I don't want to hear that shit, okay? I still going to stick to my theory that Liv will win the Royal Rumble. But the question is, who is she going to compete? Is she going to go after Tiffany, or is she going to go after the new champ? And hopefully this new champ will be somebody that's not Rhea Ripley, okay? I know you guys want Rhea to win the belt, but again, if she hasn't earned it, then she shouldn't have it, okay? You have to, okay? It's just, we always see, if Liv Morgan got given a title shot, y'all would be pissed, right? Rhea Ripley's given a title shot, nobody's pissed. Let's be transparent, all right? Now, I did hear that Naomi is going to announce what's going on with her next Monday. Hopefully, it's not what we think it is. I'm hoping it's not because she's pregnant. I'm praying that's not the case. I'm hoping that it's just something else. I'm hoping it's just work. You know what I mean? But if she has to make an announcement about what's going on with her, it's going to be horrible, because we had a match right there and already we're changing plans. It's going to be rough. I'm really not looking forward to Clash in Paris, because without Naomi, it's the pay-per-view is just incomplete. It just is. Hopefully Stephanie will get that title, but I won't be surprised if they give it to somebody else. It's ridiculous, but I don't know what to say about that, but we'll wait and see. But y'all get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And I'll see y'all in the next video, all right? I'm out.